some of your plastic recycling not only doesn't end up recycled, it ends up in dumps overseas.
That was a result of a KAKE News partnership investigation with ABC News into what happens to those plastic bags dropped off at retail stores for recycling.
But we wanted to know more about the Kansas bags that ended up in Malaysia. KAKE News investigator Pilar Pedraza has this update.
When KAKE News investigates glued and bundled air tags into plastic grocery bag after grocery bag, we suspected these bundles wouldn't end up in the recycling plants stores like Walmart and Target promised they would. But we never guessed one would end up here, at a facility alongside the Langat River in Malaysia. So we continued to monitor the air tag to see if it moved from here. And as of its last ping, it hasn't. Puile Peng is the head of the Kuala Langat Environmental Action Association in Malaysia. She's fighting against the pollution American plastic is causing in her country, from the piles left in this dump to the waste pumped into rivers like the Langat.
No, we are not. We are not. We don't want our country become dumping site, burning site of the global waste. Why we should bear this responsibility? We are not. Not responsible for that.
The company makes new plastic bags and film, sometimes from recycled material. It advertises itself as a responsible corporation committed to protecting the ecosystem around it. But residents in the area told our partners at ABC News the factory is contributing to pollution that has led to a lack of fish in the river. This is wastewater the ABC News cameras recorded, apparently flowing directly out of that facility into the river. This is another discharge canal from the company that leads to the river.
For American company who send waste to Malaysia, first I would like to ask you, why you think that we are better than you to manage the waste you created? Just because we are poorer? I know for people from American, I would like to let them know that I know most of y'all don't know that actually where your waste gone.
But it's not really much of a surprise for Wichita activist Lori Lawrence, who's been fighting to get rid of plastic bags often littering our community.
I guess I'm not surprised because I do know that about that part of the world, that they have so much pollution in the water that you can walk on it some places.
What does that tell you about the whole system?
Recycling of plastic is not a system. I mean, if there was a system, it's completely broken. The recycling of plastics was set up by the plastic industry, not by people who cared about the environment.
In our original joint investigation, we dropped bags with trackers inside at 19 different Walmart stores. We wanted to ask Walmart what they knew about the Southeast Asian facilities where 3 of our plastic bag trackers ended up. But after months of attempting to arrange an interview, they declined our request.
I'm Kathleen McLaughlin, and I'm the Chief Sustainability Officer at Walmart.
So we decided to attend the Reuters Responsible Business USA conference, where Kathleen McLaughlin, Walmart's Chief Sustainability Officer, was speaking on the keynote panel. After the panel, we approached her to ask her some questions about the trackers that went abroad.
Hi, Ms. McLaughlin.
Hi.
I'm Matt Gutman with ABC News. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Our team has been trying to talk to your team for months now. We are doing a story about plastic that was earmarked, plastic bags were earmarked for recycling by Walmart.
Yes.
And ended up as plastic waste in Indonesia and Malaysia. These are the pictures of the facilities that your plastic ended up in Indonesia, that's in Malaysia. This is what it looks like in the forest.
Okay,
Are you aware that this is happening?
Let's get time to talk about this. I'd love to learn more about.
Well, we have a room
there.
actually right here if you would come.
I'm sorry.
It would be.
Let's talk about it.
Well, we've been trying to for over a year now, and we've been flatly rejected by your team.
Okay.
After a few more minutes, McLaughlin says we should email her to arrange a formal interview. We reached out to McLaughlin and her team to set up an interview. They initially agreed and set a date, but canceled a few days before we were scheduled to sit down, asking us to email our questions instead. In the end, Walmart provided a written statement saying in part, We strive to do the right thing, and while our bag recycling program isn't perfect, it does provide access to recycling for millions of customers across the country. Adding, for example, last year we negotiated enhanced contracts that explicitly require these companies to ensure and prove that eligible materials collected through our program are recycled to the maximum extent practicable. Meanwhile, back here in Wichita, Lawrence is still looking for ways to get plastic bags out of farm fields, trees, and parking lots by getting them out of stores.
It's a worldwide problem, and it needs to be fixed.
But for now, she's not getting much support from local elected leaders. Wichita's new mayor has a similar reaction to her old one when it comes to any sort of city ordinance restricting plastic bags.
We did some research, and it doesn't look like recycling of plastic bags is happening in Wichita at all.
Unfortunately, it's not a priority for me. I am going to be prioritizing what the community has said they want us to focus on.
Though she added if any other members of the city council feel strongly on the issue, they can still push for it. Meanwhile, state lawmakers this year passed a bill that would ban local governments like the Wichita City Council from doing anything to regulate the use of plastic bags or any other plastic. The governor vetoed it last month.
That would be my advice.
Lori says individuals don't have to wait for any government, local or state, in order to act. They can make their own decisions about how much plastic they want to accept right now.
People are starting to wake up now to the fallacy of recycling. And we've got a movement across the country of people that are not accepting things packaged in plastic, and I'm one of them. I take very little plastic home of any kind, and certainly not plastic bags.
To find out what happened to the other trackers in our joint investigation that ended up overseas, check out ABC's full follow-up program, Trashed: The Secret Life of Plastic Exports. That's available now on Hulu. Pilar Pedraza with this KAKE News Investigates follow-up.